Hey traders, welcome back for another week of trading in the live trading room. We are on Monday, November the 29th, about 2 hours before the market open here, starting a new week. And boy, what a week it was last week. Friday, I think we have to call it a victory. The Dow at one point down almost 1,000 points, and with us in the trading room having three, not just one, but three 1 DTE trades on that we would put on the day previous on Thursday, or excuse me, on Wednesday before the holiday. And we were able to actually adjust two of the three to create a profit greater than the original one. And then we mitigated some of the damage on the SPX trade. So I think we have to call Friday a victory. But it was an interesting day on Friday. Will be interesting to see how that carries over today. Futures are looking like they're rebounding right now, but we'll see what that looks like as the day progresses. A lot of changes that have taken place because of Friday. You can see where we were last week in all of our technical indicators here. And now if you look at today's indicators, of course, everything has switched to a sell mode, with really the key component being that 50-day moving average, 45, 27, 55. As long as we can maintain that level as a support level, we may see here exactly what we saw during the Delta variant exposure to the marketplace, where we had a similar drawdown and then we bounced right back up. But we'll see how the day develops. That 50-day moving average, that blue line right there, is the real critical area of support. Let's talk about the weekly action that we're looking for this week in our live trading room. Today, Monday, the 29th, we don't have any real big news items that could potentially move the marketplace. We are, of course, obviously scheduled today for a 0 DTE trade. Probably look to do that on the SPX if we can. That would be our index of choice today. We're going to reinitiate our 4 DTE trades on both the SPY and the Qs. We'll look to do that today as well. And in addition to those, we're going to look to reinitiate our strangle, our weekly strangle that we do on the IWM. In addition to all of those trades, we do have Momo earnings, MOMO, coming out before the market open on Tuesday. So that's a trade that we will be looking at to put on today for a volatility crush trade. Tuesday, we do have consumer confidence numbers coming out about a half hour after the cash open. A lot of Fed speak on Tuesday. A lot of Fed speak this whole week, but a lot on Tuesday throughout the day. We do have an opportunity on Tuesday to do another 0 DT because we've got end of the month options. And so we get a little extra bite of the apple this week on our 0 DTE trades. We're going to look on Tuesday as well at putting on a 30 to 45 day to expiration trade on one of the major indices here with a fairly heavy position size on that. And it looks like it's going to be on the put side right now, so be prepared for that. And then we've got several wheel trades that we're going to be looking at initiating on Tuesday as well. And in addition to that, we've got CRM, we've got Salesforce earnings coming out after the close on Tuesday. So Tuesday should be a fairly busy day for us as well. On Wednesday, we have, again, a lot of Fed speak, more Fed speak. We've got oil inventory numbers, supply chain numbers coming out an hour after the market open. And so as we try to do every Wednesday, we're going to look at doing another oil trade this Wednesday. We may use the UNG this week, even though we do have a UNG position already up and running in our accounts. We may add to that this week on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, we do have another 0 DTE obviously coming our way. In addition to that, we've got SNOW, SNOW, which reports after the close on Wednesday. And we've got our perennial meme that we love to trade, which is GME. It's also reporting after the close on Wednesday. So those will be two additional volatility crush trades that we'll be looking for on Wednesday. On Thursday, we've got initial jobless claims coming out an hour before the market open, as well as some more Fed speak all day long. And so those could be catalysts to drive the marketplace on Thursday. We do have nat gas numbers coming out at about an hour after the market opens, and we'll look to reinitiate maybe a nat gas trade as well as an oil trade on Wednesday. So we'll have maybe a UNG trade as well as a USO trade going on Wednesday and Thursday. DocuSign has earnings coming out after the close on Thursday. We're going to look at potentially putting a trade on there. And then we do have about an hour before the market opens, we've got all of the commodity softs that we trade. We've got the corn, the wheat, and the soybean sales numbers coming out. And so that's going to affect the two commodity trades that we have going on right now, as well as potentially opening up an opportunity to put some new ones on. And then last but not least, obviously, Friday, we've got another 0 DTE day ahead of us there. 1 hour before the market open, we've got unemployment numbers, non-farm payroll numbers coming out. We've got the PMI numbers as well as factory orders coming out a half hour after the market opens. So those could be drivers in the morning on Friday. We'll just have to see how that develops. But it does look like a busy week ahead of us. Let's take a quick look at our open positions that we have going currently. Okay, we've got a couple of offsetting positions here. I've got my short ES position that I have covered. There's the cover on it right there at 46.05. We're at 46.30 right now on the E-minis. And then I put a put spread on there as well. You can see that brought in almost $867 of gross income on the trade for 1 day. So a little bit more premium coming in on all of these based off of Friday's volatility action that we got. So that's been helpful there. But I offset this trade with the futures pushing back up again. You can see I added 10 long MES contracts and covered those as well at 46.60, just $30 away from where we are right now. And I brought in about $475 of income on that particular trade. That locks those two positions. I can't lose any money on any more money on the ES position. I can't make any more money on the MES position because when one makes, one loses. These just completely lock each other. They're completely hedged right now. Anything that the MES makes, the ES will lose. Anything that the ES makes here, the MES will lose. So they're completely hedged and they're completely locked there. The only thing that they're generating is income. Again, about $475 here for 1 DTE on the MES, about $867 for today on a 0 DTE on the ES. So this is just a cash flow trade right now. I didn't want to cancel my short ES position because I want to see how the day works out today, even though we are up on the futures. And we take a look at that real quickly. You can see that we're up about 35 right now on the E-minis. We're up about 141 on NASDAQ. So we are pushing back here, and I do think that it's going to be something very similar to what we had when the Delta variant came out. Big couple of down days, and then we just hold that support level of the 50-day moving average and push back up. But we'll see how that goes, and right now that's a good cash flow setup for me to have those pairs working. I've got a UNG trade going on. That does expire this Friday as well. And again, this is something that we'll probably look to replace on Thursday when the nat gas numbers come out. But right now it looks really solid. That was a pretty good trade, about $1,300 in, about $100 of income bringing in on that. And again, it expires this Friday. We've got our Tesla call position, our call spread. We were able to book a small profit on the put leg, and we got that out of the way. Obviously, we would love to see this go to expiration here on Friday and not have to do anything with it. But that 1200 level is a pretty critical level, and I think that we have just as good a chance as any to see Tesla climb back up to that level once again. So it doesn't mean that we're out of the woods here yet, but it's obviously looking pretty good right now, and there's still quite a bit of extrinsic value left in that trade. So we'll continue to let that work as is. We've got the short call leg on our short spread call leg on Microsoft as well. A lot of time left in this, 32 days left in this, and this is another position that we would like to add a put leg back into on a weekly basis over this next month, over these next 4 weeks, to try to continue to enhance that trade and bring in more and more income on that. If we could bring in, even $300 to $500 a week over the next 4 weeks on this Microsoft trade by adding a pull leg in on that, that would obviously greatly enhance the income potential there. But the call leg so far is doing doing what we need it to do right now. We've got our back ratio put spread that has worked fabulously for this little correction that we went through, or this little downdraft that we hit on Friday. And I think I'm going to go ahead and book our profits on that today. I only put $1,500 into that, and we're up about 20% on that. So I'm going to probably book profits on that today. We've got a couple of currency trades. We've got the Euro trade right here, which expires on Friday. And that's fairly well positioned right now. It's about as well as we can be position-wise here going into the close. So we'll keep an eye on that, but that looks like it is in the full profit zone right now. And then we do have, of course, the yen trade that we've been trading quite a bit. Had a lot of success with that last month, and we've got a new iteration of that going on right now. And that also was a trade that we were really hoping for. If you look at it in the curve, you can see where we're at right there price-wise. The premiums that we brought in are pretty juicy on that. We were really hoping for an assignment down here, sort of a wheel trade, if you will, get long a few contracts of that and then cash flow that. We were very, very close. In fact, we were actually right down here in the money at one point. And then, of course, Friday happened, and it's really changed the currency positions dramatically. So we'll see if that gives any of that back. Again, I would like to be assigned on that to be able to cash flow it. But even if we don't, I put up $6,300 on that and brought in about $1,100 of income. So even if we don't get assigned, the premium potential on that is obviously awesome. That's where we're at for the week going forward here, guys. We will see you in the live trading room in less than a couple of hours.